I'm Sterling Knight from So Random, and you're watching Disney Channel. Check this out. That's what I call speed.
Hello, sneak peekers. I am here with Sterling Knight. I'm sure you remember him from the Disney days. How were those?
They were fun. They were lots
Love
of fun.
that.
A long time ago, somehow, it seems. So it feels like yesterday.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for
we're
having
really
me.
happy to have you. How are you enjoying Austin?
Love it. Austin is absolutely like, and I mean this absolutely seriously, it's my favorite place in the entire world.
Really?
Yeah, I always tell people in California, it's like Hollywood, but with Southern hospitality and a better attitude. And I think that's absolutely true. And the music's better, and there's actual queso, so kind of can't lose.
Where do you get your queso?
Well, usually I make it myself, but in Austin, I'm always like, I just take random like references from people. I'm like, where's the queso at? And someone will shout something out that I haven't tried, so usually I just go hit random places every time I'm in town.
I love that. That's very Austin of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hope you don't mind. I want to go straight into talking about the Disney days.
Okay,
What
serious face.
were those like? So Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah.
That was a show I'm sure we all remember. That was a childhood favorite. What was that like?
It was fun. I mean, that was my first kind of really big show. I actually booked that right after the movie I did, 17 Again. So those were really like my first two big jobs back to back. So it was kind of like a very quick upslide, I guess you'd call it. Funny story that not many people know, I was actually fired from the pilot for Sunny with a Chance because then it was called Sketchpad. And they changed the whole premise of the show because honestly it just didn't work. But so they called me and told me that they were picking up the show and that they weren't picking up my option, which is a really polite way of saying you're fired, thanks. And then through some interesting like business finagling, they ended up writing me in as what ended up being Chad Dillon Cooper, which was probably one of the more fun characters I've had playing because I mean, how often do people get to say they get to be a Disney douchebag? It's rare.
And that was very different from your role as Alex in 17 Again.
For sure.
Sure any other roles that you've done.
Well, you know, being duct taped to a toilet to then being the person that ridicules people is a nice little flip-flop.
Was that a challenge? Like how was that? That was kind of a very specific character to try to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. For me, the being duct taped to the toilet was easy because I was picked on as a kid, because as most kids I think were. If you're into theater and performance arts, especially like South Texas, it's you don't exactly fit in. But then playing the kind of archetype of the Hollywood arrogant, terrible person that maybe has a heart of gold somewhere in there was fun, and also pretty easy. The writing was really good, and also I've met plenty of those people. So I was just making fun of the people that made fun of me by making fun of them through a thing that was making fun of myself.
Okay.
That's my artsy-fartsy way of saying I had fun, I guess.
No, that honestly was a show that we all enjoyed.
Good.
It's definitely something that we remember from our childhoods. What are some shows that you remember from your childhood?
So I grew up on like Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens, to stick with like the Disney Channel thing, and yeah, like Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens, like all of those like Disney Channel original movies, like Brink and Motocrossed, like that was the jam back in the day. Like that was the coolest thing in the world. Like these kids are, fighting on motorcycles. We don't get to do that anymore, which I think these kids nowadays are missing out. But yeah, I grew up on all the Disney Channel stuff, and when I was watching TV, that's usually what I was on. So it was kind of interesting to end up being on the channel.
And now Disney Plus has brought all of that back.
Yeah, most of it.
Are you watching that?
No, I don't have Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah, they give me no discount.
Wow. They should have.
It's okay. I got to go to the parks a couple times, so that was worth it.
Oh, okay. Disneyland or Disney World?
Both.
Both?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were.
Do you have a preference?
World has more stuff, but Land was always more convenient. So it was kind of a trade-off, but they actually were really cool. My family did a whole mom's side of the family reunion trip to Disney World, and they were nice enough to kind of like hook it up a little bit, which was great. Some perks, I guess.
What are some other projects that you remember that you took something personally from?
There's a movie that didn't seem like a lot of people saw it, which was a shame because the cast was really, really incredible. It's called Transit, and that was with, off the top of my head, is Jim Caviezel and James Frain, who's phenomenal, and Harold Perrineau, and Elizabeth Rome, and that was this kind of like action thriller thing that was set in like the swamps of Louisiana. So it was like August and July. We were in Baton Rouge, running through alligator farms, and it was pretty intense, and I just had such a good time. The greatest thing was there's a problem with the kid who they had cast to play my part, and then they called me up and said, we need you to read the script and say if you're going to do it or not by tonight. And then I said yes, and then within, I think, 18 hours, I was on a plane to Louisiana. Then the very next day, I was in a car saying like, oh, hi, this is Elizabeth, she's playing your mom, now she's going to break down and cry to you about leaving your dad on the side of the road. Okay, so you know, you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants, and I got a lot of really, really awesome lessons from James and Harold especially. They were really helpful, and that was, you know, pretty early on in my career, so that was epically good. So go check that out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a project that you want to do in the future, something you haven't done yet?
I mean, I'd love to be a superhero. Like, I don't have the build for it yet, but I'm trying. I think Leonardo DiCaprio's had probably one of the coolest careers, him and Matt Damon. They just get to have a lot of fun. And that's kind of the thing that really attracted me to acting as a profession, was the fact that you get to do all of this stuff, or at least pretend like you get to do all this stuff. So if there's something I haven't done, like I've done skydiving, but I haven't done it on camera yet, so sign me up. You know, sword fighting, that sounds cool. Getting shot, haven't done that yet, so if anyone's listening, I'd love to be shot.
Are you a Daredevil? Is that the kind of stuff you're into nowadays?
A little bit, yeah. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Like, I'll do anything if it gets my adrenaline going. It's bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Have you ever been too scared to do something?
Yeah, I've been scared enough to hesitate, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll usually end up doing it, and sometimes it goes pretty poorly. But I don't know.
I mean, you're still here. It hasn't gone too poorly.
No, just a couple broken bones and, you know, a
It's
few
fine.
accidents here and there. No biggie. Make it through.
Your biggest adrenaline rush, would you say skydiving?
Honestly, no. Seriously, because there's such a sensory overload. Like 14,000 feet looks fake. So you jump out and you're like, oh, like it's just a picture of a thing, and you have no sensation of falling. So I think I did a motorcycle racing course in California for a weekend, and that was pretty epic. You know, if you're trying to lay a bike over at 100 miles an hour going around a turn, that's sketchy and scary. And that was probably, you know, if your tire slips out a little bit, that like shock of adrenaline, if you've ever been like driving a car and it slips a bit, it's that feeling times like 50.
You know what? That's what life's about.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy.
Absolutely.
It's all about those little moments.
100%. All right, all right, all right. Yeah.
I figured you were going to bring
I
that
had
in
to throw
somewhere.
in
You
one
had
McConaughey,
to.
yeah.
You had to. Okay, next I want to play a little game.
Oh, good. Okay.
I want to see how well you remember these images.
Okay.
I'm sure our studio audience will remember these images.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where this is from?
Yes, that is the cafeteria scene from 17 again. I'm sitting across from Zac Efron looking at Josie Loren, was the actress. Cannot remember her character's name. That sucks. But that was actually Santa Monica High School cafeteria.
Those are more details than I expected you to remember.
I know, I was good on that one.
That was a good one.
That was a stressful day in my life.
that was actually a very good scene in that movie.
Thank you,
What
yeah.
you're talking about.
That was good.
What about this one? This is probably a more challenging one.
No, that's an easy one, because
Okay.
that was a heartbreaker. So that was Grey's Anatomy, and I actually auditioned to play the kid that got stuck in concrete. And it got down to me in the final 3, and then they asked me to do the smaller part, and I said absolutely. And then I found out later that that may have been a mistake, because now I can't go back on Grey's Anatomy, which made me sad because I love that show.
It is a good show. It's
Yeah.
been on forever. Okay.
So good.
Now, I really hope you remember this one.
Okay.
Can you tell me about that one?
That was Lucas, Every Girl in School from Hannah Montana. Yeah.
So did it.
Yeah. Interesting story about this. So the extra that they got to play that girl, I actually knew personally, which was an awkward day for everybody. It's like she had just shown up as an extra, had no idea that I was on the show. I had no idea that she'd be there. And then the second AD, picked a girl for me to kiss, and it was her. And she has zero interest in me. And also it's like, it's the most awkward version of kissing, because you're not actually like kissing as like an active thing. It's more just like,
It's like on
just
Disney.
stand really still. Okay, good. That was it. So it's the most awkward thing in the world. There's 120 people, and they're like, kiss her, but don't kiss her. And then, all right, good, get out of there. Okay.
I would say he was worse than Chad Dillon Cooper.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Not a good guy.
So terrible. Such a skis ball.
I know.
I thought I was nicer. I guess I'm not.
What about this guy?
Oh, that's Christopher Wilde. Yeah, that's on the beach in Malibu. My poor eyes. It was so bright. It was so bright.
That's probably a fun shooting place, though.
Yeah, it was.
Like
It was
a
great.
location.
It was my favorite part of that whole thing. So I'd been living in LA for a while at that point, and you kind of get desensitized to going to Malibu. You hit the PCH every once in a while. You just see Malibu and Santa Monica and the Hollywood sign. And then Danielle, who's my co-star in that film, she had never been there. So I kind of get to watch her experience all of this stuff as I think she was 14 or 15 at the time, and she's like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I was like, oh yeah, it is cool. You kind of get a little jaded. So that was a good little kick in the butt to not be so jaded.
And this is a good incognito outfit. That one.
I didn't think it was that incognito. It was like a fisherman's hat and a bright blue sweater, but
Now this one isn't from a role. I was
just
curious.
okay.
I just kind of wanted to know the story behind it, where you were going.
I mean, that honestly, it just looks like me on a Tuesday, except for the fact that I don't tuck my pants into my boots typically, and there's a handkerchief, so I'm pretty sure I was a Halloween party. But what's funny is that literally is just me on a Tuesday. That's how I look. So I think it was Halloween.
And then this is an obvious one. This is kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, CDC, what to do? That's the man himself. Yeah.
That is a very good hair.
That was terrible hair. I'm so glad they fixed that season 2. It was like the very end of the Flatiron days, thank God.
And then we have this one.
It's a bad haircut. Is that in the audition for Sunny with a Chance?
It is.
It is? Okay.
It is.
See, you can tell by the garbage haircut. It's so long.
And then this one. This is a poster from Mackenzie Falls.
Oh.
But your
What happened to my
face is lit up.
face?
I was wondering if you could remember the face you're
Oh,
making.
of course. Yeah. Okay. Where's my camera? Which one? Where's my? Is it this one? Okay. Anyway,
Accurate?
Oh, did I get
Close?
it? A little bit? I don't know.
You did get it. You did very well on that.
I did way better than I thought I was going to. I was
did
terrified.
very well on that. Now, the last game I want to play with you is a little UT trivia to see just how good of a fan you really are.
Okay.
Okay, how many Bevos have we had?
15.
Wow, okay.
We just had a new one, and I gotta say, I was a little nervous when Baby Horns was there, but those horns have come in nicely. He's got a much bigger body this year, so I'm thinking by next football season, those horns are gonna be a little bit longer, and our record's gonna be a little better.
Hopefully.
It's gonna be.
Absolutely.
Positivity.
Finish these lyrics to the Eyes of Texas. It's gonna be really hard for me to sing this not to the rhythm. Do not think you can escape them at night or early in the morn.
The eyes of Texas are upon you till Gabriel blows his horn.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Come on now.
This one's a little harder.
Okay.
What is the name of the course Matthew McConaughey teaches?
I want to take the class, but I believe it's called Script to Screen.
It is.
Is it? Good.
It is.
I actually just saw the trailer for it, so they made a commercial for it, which was fantastically produced. But Professor, I'll be there. Just let me know.
You're 3 for 3.
Okay.
What is the name and jersey number of our kicker?
Well, it's Cameron Dicker, the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his number. Was it 4? No.
No.
No, it's not. I don't know. Cameron, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry.
17.
17. I should know that from that movie.
Right. We're just going to do one last question.
Okay.
At a photo shoot prior to the 2019 Sugar Bowl, Bevo 15 charged through his pen at the other school's mascot. What animal was the mascot?
So that's not fair because my family's from Georgia, and Uga is a cute, cute little bulldog. But you mess with the bull, you get the horns, buddy.
Exactly,
So,
and
yeah,
that's what happened.
That is exactly what happened. And then we gave it to him. That was an awesome game.
Well,
I'm
thank
sorry,
you so
Cameron. I'm
much.
so sorry, bro. I feel really bad.
I know that's all everyone's gonna remember from
I
this
know.
interview now.
All the good things doesn't matter. You don't know Dicker the Kicker's number.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for
again.
having me. I had a blast.
We wanted to give you a little
Stop
Christmas
it.
present
Okay.
from all of us. The wrapping paper is the Daily Texan.
Is
the
it really?
sports section.
I'm actually going to make sure that I don't rip it because I'm insane. I've already messed that up. This
You're fine.
y'all have some strong tape in Austin. Everything's tougher in Texas, you know. All right, let's get in here. What is this? Oh no.
Just a little gift
I'm gonna
from
love
us.
it. I'm gonna already love it. Yes! I'm so excited. Oh my God, yeah! That's going up on the tree as soon as I get home back to Houston.
Oh,
I
we're
gotta
so
put the lights
happy.
up and everything. That's so awesome. Thank you so
So
much.
happy to
That's
hear
really
that.
sweet.
You're very welcome. Well,
Check
that
the
is
Instagram, it's going up.
that is all the time we have. A very big thank you to Sterling, to all of our fans watching, and to our amazing crew who works so hard every week. We'll
Yeah.
be back next semester with an all-new season. But in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media at Sneak Peek TV. And you can find Sterling on Twitter at Sterling Knight and at Real Sterling on Instagram. You want to take us home?
Yeah, of course. Now, I want to wish everyone the best of luck on their finals and a restful winter break. Don't go too crazy. I'll see y'all next year. Happy holidays. And remember, always, hug 'em.